Hello, everyone. I'm speaking to GLUS today. He's one of the OG creators in the CNFT community, and we had a collab also together. I really enjoyed speaking to him. You will hear more about him, get to know him more, and maybe appreciate his art even more when you understand where he's coming from, because that's what this conversation did to me. Even though I already loved his art, my appreciation of it went so much higher knowing the person behind it. Enjoy the chat, and I'll see you on the next one. So, how are you?
Well, so like we were saying, it's still
Me and you
recovering.
in the same boat, right?
Yeah, I mean it's yes, it's a nightmare, but I'm fine, so I can't complain. I'm just
Okay.
positive on a piece of paper, and then that's it. But yeah,
Okay.
doing very
Well, I'm
very.
glad you're doing better. Let people know we're recording this on Sunday, the 8th of January.
Mhm.
And where are you, by the way? Where do you live,
Okay,
if you want to
so
share?
of course, right now I'm in a room inside my hometown house in Italy, in Rome.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, so I'm in my parents' place, and because I came back in Italy, like I always come back in Italy for Christmas and summer,
Okay.
because normally I live in France since 2015 now. And so yeah, it's been a while, and but I'm Italian, so I still remember my roots. And
Okay.
come back here. And so yeah, basically I was in holiday, but then
You
not
got
the
stuck.
not the best. Yeah, yeah, I got some family problems, and then COVID. So it not the best winter all the times, but
Yeah.
still I still feel lucky to be here.
Almost everybody I know, online, offline, has tested for COVID either last month or
Yeah,
this month.
that's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, like I think there's no escaping it anymore. It's
Yeah,
all about how many shots you got, and that kind of defines how if you will get symptoms or not. Like my partner, zero symptoms,
yeah.
and the booster was already taken. That's why for me, no booster, I got symptoms.
Yeah, the same. I didn't have the
Yeah,
booster yet, so I got like symptoms for 2 days, and
yeah,
then
same.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, Glus, we met pretty early on, I would say. We started talking a little early on, and then because of Fettuccini, he helps us both. We ended up doing our collab together, which took a while, but we ended up doing it together.
yes, yes, that's true.
And
Wow.
and you are also considered one of the OGs because you entered at a certain timeline to the CNFT community back in 2021.
Yeah.
What brought you to CNFTs? Why did you choose CNFTs?
Oh well, actually, it's kind of a coincidence, and I'm not in a crypto space for a long time. I entered like uh, at the end of 2019. No, yes, kind of. Well, basically I always been into Cardano because my brother who told me about the crypto was into Cardano and nothing else. So I always been into Cardano, and then between the two of us, I was the one who started to be interested in the NFT technology. And so I started doing my own research, and like at the beginning of January of 2021, i I started to learn and read stuff about NFTs on Ethereum. And I also tried to upload one piece on Rarible, I guess, yes. But then when I saw like $70 and just to upload the NFT, I was like, okay, I will never do it again, and and then that's it. And I will try to see other alternatives. And then at the end of March, no, basically it was. I think that it was the 1st of April. I discovered space bats through. Um, a YouTube video, and then Discord, and then started to talk with people and stuff. I always been into art in some way, so I was interested and I was thinking about NFTs. So I saw Space Bats. I think, oh wow, the first one on Cardano. Yeah, I didn't purchase any space bats at the launch, but I bought like a couple after that, and then I started think about a project for myself around like maybe yeah the week after. So I started to talk with people, and everyone was so helpful and. Yes, I mean, everyone was trying to understand how it worked, and like the first 10 other projects came out. Like I remember Professor Cardano or
Yeah, yeah,
other Cardano Bits was even after that, and
yeah,
so yeah, then Cardano Bits, and then I made my Cryptodelics collection zero. At the same time,
yes.
I was still figuring out how to mint them and how all this would work because
I
you
think some
know
of us are still trying to figure out minting.
yeah yeah that's possible because yeah with the ghost of smart contract right now it's always been like a myth, and then we are still using vending machine that we used on April, but anyway so I did this collection, basically was illustrations, and then I started to talk with people, trying to figure out first with Yazen, then with other people from Cardano NFTs Discord, and so yeah, there was a guy whose name is Taiko who helped me minting this collection. I was so grateful for the help, and he did it for free because he was trying to learn as well, and so I was like, wow, what? I talked
Yeah.
about with two other people that wanted to charge me like crazy, and I was like, no, I can't do it, like it's too risky. And so yeah, and I never been a whale, so it was like when I met Tiger was okay, yes, I can do it finally. So
So
yeah.
what is your background? Because you said you were always interested in art, and I know your work. People who are probably watching this will either know it or will come to know it soon. But what is your background in terms of art or not non-art? Like, what's your background in general?
Okay, so what I do and what I did for life is, so I'm 26 right now, almost 27, and I got like a bachelor in psychology and a master in cognitive science. So I always been into this field, and
Okay.
but in parallel I always been into music. I'm a musician, producer, and into visual art as well with my paper collages. So this is I mean, paper collages would, for me it's always been like the visual part, but for like a little bit more than 1 year now, I decided to stop psychology because I was working in a research lab in Paris about creative potential. So it was very, very
Okay.
interesting, and it was what I always wanted to do in psychology. So it was very, very cool. But I decided to stop to focus more on living my creative potential rather than studying it. I mean, I didn't want to just stop like this, so I made myself like in part time, and then after that I just started to take courses for animation and a video, and so I entered the After Effects world and all this. And so yeah, when I entered this NFT space, I just finished my second course that I did in School of Motion, which is a online course school for motion design. And
Okay.
so yeah, so I mean, for NFTs is digital aspect. I mean, I never thought about collages for NFTs. Like for since this the first time, I always told myself like I have to use this to motivate myself to learn animation and digital work and stuff, because it has always been interesting to me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm still pretty new. I mean, I consider myself pretty new. So yes, I learn by myself, like lots of people actually, about motion design, because especially
Okay.
in France and Italy, there are not so many program, like official school program for I mean, specifically for motion design. Then
Okay.
always there is a
So for
little.
people that don't know what motion design is, can you explain it a little bit?
Yeah, motion design basically it's digital design that's put in motion, like animated. Yeah, you have like elements that you can animate inside a program. Often it's After Effect from the Adobe
Okay.
Suite. And so yeah, when you say motion design, you refer to lots of things, and like, yeah, spots, videos, video clips, or yeah,
Okay.
animated.
So you studied creativity. You are
Yeah.
in creativity. You have always been in creativity in one way or another, including your studies. So I feel like that's super cool. I'm starting to understand your cryptodelics a little bit more now, because now I see like the psychedelic aspect of it. It to me, after hearing everything you've told me, it comes from maybe your time studying creativity and all of that, and it's kind of a manifestation of what you saw of that. Am I almost on the right track? Am I reading this right?
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, of course, it's always been like, I always been like in psychedelic, like I always been interested in psychedelics, and so also from a psychological point of view, and then the aesthetic point of view came with my creative, uh, like, yeah, nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So yeah,
yeah, I love that. I really love it. And just to be clear, so people know, this is our second collab together. Our first one was a one-on-one
yeah,
where we played with the lobster. That was so
yeah.
funny.
So funny.
The
Yeah.
first, the second one is this one, and it's more of a group collab that we're doing for the cute creatures. You did some really awesome stuff. We were trying to incorporate a GIF. It didn't work. We will try it maybe for season two, where we would try more animated stuff. But for this season, we decided to just give it a minute before we try new stuff. So you brought what I loved about what you did for me is that for this one especially is that you created accessories that were based on your cryptodelics, so it's very much your signature. Like when
Mm.
we see it, we know this is GLUS, right?
Well, I try to. I mean, I'm always like, okay, I have this opportunity to work with Chadi and other artists, like so many very cool artists. So what can be like, what can be my touch on it, like why I'm here, you know. So, so it's like, yeah, I have to find a signature, and that's always been like this in all my collabs. And so it's always been like, okay, I have to bring something that it's clearly me, or at least like from a project. So yeah, Yeah, it's been very fun because when you have this little creature, you have to constrain yourself a bit, because especially well, that's where comes came the idea of GIF and animation. But
Yeah,
I always thought that like the basis of creativity is constraints, like limits. So like more limits you have, and more creativity you're gonna pull out,
that's
because
very true. That's
yeah.
very true.
So I
When
try
you're
to
limited to something, you have to get creative to make it work.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And when you have too many possibilities, sometimes you're just lost.
yeah,
So yeah.
very true. Very,
And
very true.
such a wise
So,
word.
so you live in France, you are from Italy. You probably speak English, Italian, and French,
Yeah.
minimum, I would say.
Mm. English
Okay.
not the best, but I try to.
It's very good. Don't you worry. I think people will understand everything you're saying.
Also, that's important.
Uh, so, like, the next thing I wanted to maybe jump into a little bit, you came in with the cryptodelics. Now you're playing a little bit more, because I remember you showing me your collages. I'm like, why aren't you minting those? And then a week, you're like, oh, I'm thinking about it. And then I think a few days or a week later, I saw you minting. And I was like, yes, this is great. So, what do you feel like you want to bring to the NFT space? Oh, sorry. To the my dog is trying to play with me. What do you feel like you can bring to the NFT space next? Like, what's your next step in terms of CNFTs?
Okay. Well, in terms of CNFTs, so and for now it's gonna be like just CNFTs again. Even though I saw lots of people also exploring other places, I just want to stick to CNFTs for now. And like the past 3 months, I just learn or try to learn 3D animation. So like this was mind blowing to me, because I always been into 2D animation, and then I started 3D animation. So I'm still evolving, and through this process, I made Cryptodelics 2, the collection
Yes,
that I dropped like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And
yes.
yeah, so this is my last step, current step, like doing 3D animation with also sound design I made. And uh, like the very last step was this one, with the incorporation to a metaverse with other realm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for now I'm still in this boat, trying to push things, and still doing tutorials on 3D's animation. So I think that this is what is gonna be for the future as well. And
Yeah,
trying to make more 3D stuff, to learn more. And I'm also using I've written an announcement yesterday, because I've been absent for a couple of weeks for several problems. So I made an announcement in my Discord yesterday, saying like making a little recap, and saying stuff that my the incomes that came from this collection will go to definitely to education in 3D animation for me, because it's only been through YouTube till now. So I'm gonna invest a little bit in, even if online, still school that teach 3D animation. And so yeah, I hope that I'm gonna evolve, I'm gonna grow in this field of 3D animation, and make other art, and still keep this paper collage thing with me, because
yes,
it's definitely what bears me, like what keeps me on the manual creative aspect of things, like just
yeah.
finding myself with a table and scissor and paper and magazines, and just okay, go crazy with it, don't think about complicated things
Yeah,
of
it's always meditative.
what, sorry.
It's almost like you're meditating when
Yeah,
you do
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to ask, because one thing I've I've done a few interviews until now, and one of the themes that have come through those chats is the way people's, like, one overarching theme I've seen is that how everything has happened almost by coincidence for most of us.
Yeah,
And then, or we started something small, we're like, okay, we're just going to start, and boom, it just kept on going.
yeah,
And another thing I see is how people have changed themselves. Like they have changed from the inside. Something has changed about themselves. So when it comes to you playing with the CNFTs and your own creativity, what do you feel like if you look at yourself 6, 7 months ago and today, the
yeah.
evolution, how do you feel the evolution went?
Well, very great because like I learned so many things this past month. Like wow, I'm still processing. I'm still like okay for real.
I don't think I've processed. Now that you've said that, I think I haven't processed it.
Like
I think
it's
I, yeah,
going.
that's still ongoing. I agree with you on that. And when you say you're still processing, so if you were to meet yourself from 7 months ago, what would you tell that person like? What would you tell that person? What would be something you would tell that person?
Okay. Uh, go through a 3D animation learning process earlier than this because if I did like this collection like 3D collection like yeah, when I started cryptodelics, even not 3D, like just animation at the beginning, it would have been so like yeah, much more unique. And I don't know why. I mean, yes, I know why. Because this space, it was so young. And I mean, it came from like people who were not all artists. I mean, they were not all into art before. And I mean, there's been like so many different type of artists and projects and stuff. And I always felt like okay, I have this opportunity, but I can't just go with animation like this. I mean, it's been just a few months that I'm in animation and stuff. But if I believed in myself a little bit more at that moment, probably I would have accomplished more things. But at the same time, I tell myself that it's all also thanks to this learning process
Curve, yeah,
curve that I'm here now like this. And I'm proud of what I've done and what I'm doing. So yeah, it's fine. I don't have any regrets or stuff. That's I
so
mean the thing is I always been into collaborating with people. So this is always been my first thought. My yeah, always since the very beginning. Just after that, I released my Cryptodelics Collection Zero. That was at the end of April. After that, I always been like collaborating with so many people. Then there have been collages, and then Cryptodelics 2 with 3D. And
mhm.
there's been this huge gap in which I just collaborated with people. And I didn't do anything of just mine.
Yeah,
And if I can tell something to myself, it's just do it more. Do it more and do it more, because it's definitely the best part of all this, like meeting people, like exchange creative ideas, and feeling this adrenaline on you, and this all this new information knowledge that comes into you. It's amazing for you. It's That's what like
yeah.
kept me motivated. Yeah, definitely. So yeah.
So if like I like what you're saying because it's very true. Like a lot of if once you watch the interviews, you see a lot of people have gone through very similar things that you have in the creative space, and I love that you decided to, okay, you loved what you were doing before. It brought you to where you are here. You learned a lot about creativity by studying it, other people, and you probably speaking to you now, you probably even studied yourself a little bit. So now that you are focusing on your own creativity and you are focusing on your own potential, how do you feel just knowing that you are focusing on your own potential?
Well, how do I know that I'm focusing on on my creativity? How do I know it? That's the
But
question.
how does it make you feel to know
Ah,
that you are able to take this time and do it for yourself?
well,
Because
that's
a
really
lot of people haven't been able, including myself, we haven't decided to go 100% in just yet. We're
mhm.
trying our best, but we haven't decided to go 100% in just yet.
Well, I totally understand that, and our word is lucky because I feel lucky because basically I last year it was like a test year for me because the year before I was working full time to my research lab. So and I was telling myself, no, I need a break. I need more time to create and stuff. So I decided to do another year but part time. And so already was in this process of leaving my job. I already was there, and then it happened, like a CNFT happened, and that was like at the end of, like, during July. I finished my contract, and I should have done a new one, but then I decided to just stop. And so it was very a coincidence and a luck for me to find myself in that position at that specific time. So I totally understand that not all people can find themselves in the same position, and I was
So
like,
how do you feel knowing that you can do it? Like, how does that make you feel about
well,
yourself?
excited and
Okay.
yeah, proud, excited, and lucky, and yes, also a bit afraid, of course, because
A good
it's
afraid, I feel.
what?
A good type of fear, not a bad type of
Yes,
fear.
yes, that fear that makes you grow and go forward, not a fear that stops you, like just a fear that it's necessary for you to just
A good fear, yes.
yeah, not
A good
lose your
fear.
mind on. But yeah, it's
Not a stressful fear.
no, sometimes can be stressful. Like there's been times where I was like, okay, I need to work things out now. I have to find more things to do. I have to find new ideas. But this is this positive stress, you know. It's
Yes,
not like,
positive
oh,
stress.
oh my God, oh mon Dieu, I will speak French. uh, oh mon Dieu, I'm losing my mind. Oh mon Dieu, oh my God, I can find any ideas. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Why I left my job and or stuff like this. No, no, it was more like, okay, now you have to go strong and keep going, keep working, and
So, speaking of your ideas and going strong, show us your website. If you can pull it
oh,
up, if you
okay,
can share
definitely.
it, and I'll put it on the screen for us.
So share.
Yeah,
Uh,
screen, and then you can share a tab or a window or something like that, and then I will put it up on the
Okay, I
screen for
have
everybody to see.
to.
Oh, okay. I think we lost GLUS. He left us. He'll be back in just a moment. I hope you guys are enjoying this call with him. I love hearing about him and everything that he is working on. Uh, one moment. Oh, he just rejoined. 1 second. Let's put him back on.
Okay,
Yes.
and
So
because like my computer told me that if I didn't like turn off Google, I couldn't share anything.
Oh,
Okay.
if you want, I can share it. What is your
It's
website?
fine. No, it's good. No, it's good.
It's working? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna open my website before, and okay, perfect. Can you see now?
Yes, I will just put it on. Yep, here it is. I can. Everybody can see it.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is my website. It's GLUS. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bio, and yes, my Cryptodelics 2, which are the 3Ds animation, are still minting. It's not sold out yet, and I can show you like there are like Cryptodelics, the first collection that I made,
Mm-hmm.
just to give people a little visual idea of what it was.
Yes, I
So
remember
yeah,
those.
geometrical shapes with different texture and colors and rarities. Then there was landing on Plutus, and which was very just 15 pieces. Yeah, yes, this was like kind of experiment, and
People
then there
loved
is
them. I remember people were buying them.
yeah. I mean, it was like only 10 pieces, 10. What I mean, 100 pieces of cryptodelics. The still images.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like I I was selling them like by hand. You know, when people
Yeah.
were selling stuff by hand,
I
like
remember those days.
yeah, those days when I would like one NFTs from you, and then just you click on the button
And
and send.
said, yeah.
And they were like they were lost if I didn't send anything. They couldn't like there was no security, no nothing. I mean, it's still the same case with vending machine, because they're not smart contract yet, but it's another kind
But
of
there is
mentality.
trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's what I love about our community. Yes, there have been more rug pulls lately, but there's a lot of trust also.
Yes, that's true, and that's how we we come through all this. The community
So
is
what's
huge.
happening here in Cryptodelics 2? What am I reading?
So yeah, this is the a little presentation of the project. So saying that it's a new collection, like a remake of the project, but with in a way larger scale, with the the OG shapes that have evolved in 3D. So instead of
Mm-hmm.
circle, now a sphere. Instead of
Let me make it. Oh,
and then
sorry.
there are other shapes as well, planes, rings, and then there are energy cards, which are these three. Uh, these three energy cards allows to any Cryptodelics owner of the Cryptodelics 2 collection to send through a merging system to send an energy card plus an energy shape like one of these,
Mm-hmm.
and once you send them together, you will receive back your original one plus a new one with the effect of the energy card applied on it. So basically, if let's say you have this industrial cube,
Mm-hmm.
you click, you can visualize this and with all the info. And at the end of the video, okay, now it's kind of not working. I don't know why. But yes, at the end of the video, you can visualize
The
the possible
energy version.
yes, the possible combination of the energy card. So I don't know why my connection right now is a bit okay. Well, I
It's
will
okay.
show.
People can go on the website and check it out
Yes,
for
definitely.
themselves.
You can go to the
So
website.
you've decided to do a merging type of
Yes,
uh, collection, but you're not burning.
yes, I'm burning the energy cards. So
Ah,
once you send one shape of this that we have just saw, plus the energy card, you will receive back the original one plus the original one that the effect of the energy card has been applied on it.
but
So
no energy card.
but no energy card, yes, so there are just
Okay.
one use only. And that's because I wanted to keep the number of the collection the same, 3333. And so if I didn't bar the energy cards, it would have been more than this. And also because this keeps things a little bit more unique. So
Mhm.
you can have like a shape, any shape can have applied any of the three energy cards. So at the end of the day, there are like more than 150 combination made, uh, that I pre-made like by hand. And
Mhm.
so yes,
That's pretty
here,
cool.
here there are the other edition shapes, which are more abstract, a little bit more, yeah, pushed things. Went crazy with them. And yes, this is the rarity scheme. And so yeah, fun part was that like the energy card owner, the energy cards have been sold out because they have been airdropped to the owner of my cryptodelic realm metaverse. So
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. This was very very cool, like a very very cool collaboration. I don't know if you're, yes, you can see.
Hmm.
So in other realm, when you access to the platform, um, okay, it's loading. Basically, when you access the platform, you can go on the volcano of the metaverse of Ada Realm, and on top
Okay.
of this volcano, there's gonna be a portal. And if you click on that portal, then you can access to my metaverse,
Oh, cool.
which is an island in the space.
So cool.
So yeah, this is my island with the three energy cards on top, because the owner of the plots that you can see there, if you click on them, you have the plots. And the other realm team is very very, is it's awesome. There are very awesome people, like very talented one, that has have been in the space since like the beginning, like me and you.
Hmm.
And so if you click on any plot, you have the address of the owner here, and you can chat with him. Just, and all is connected just through on the blockchain. No need of username, account, or stuff.
So how can I send you a message? How can I send this owner a message?
Well, if you, let's say you have this plot and you want
Hmm.
the plot just next to yours, then
Yes.
you can go here and
And how do
just,
they get this message?
well, once, because to be able to do this, you have to connect your Nami wallet.
Hmm.
And so once you connect, you just find your message, if you connect your Nami wallet.
Oh,
And
so the message goes through Nami and comes
yes,
to me on Nami.
no, here, like you receive a notification here normally. I never
Oh, so
chat with,
you have to log into the Ada realm to see your messages. You will not see
yes,
your message directly
exactly.
on.
You can see just on there. And
Uh,
yes, so here, like, you can see. I don't know why there are not. Okay. Normally there are special mushrooms here, but probably they're like upgrading the map so you can't see them. But
Yeah.
yes, you can build stuff if you have two plots side by side, and so yeah, and you can. You'll be able to display images on them, and yeah, it's kind of on an evolving space. There
Hmm.
will be more options soon, but I think that it's pretty cool. So I have two of
Yeah,
them.
it is pretty cool.
You can see them here. You can also win the realm tokens. And so yes, so people, there are 666 plots, and every plot we have received energy card. So let's say you add like 10 plots,
Okay.
so you have now 10 energy cards that you can use them, and making your shape rarer, cooler, and I mean you have the power to modify your shapes.
So there can only be 666 energy shapes.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. This is really cool. I love what you've done here. Like, I don't think many people have done something like this. So I like that. I like that it's something different.
Yeah, I thought that it would be original, and but just the fact of collaborating with other Yam was very cool to
I mean,
create.
that alone is original.
Yeah, so I thought that because like it's a metaverse, and the term and the concept of utility is very pronounced, and like me and you, like you've always been into art, and I know that utility has always been like a ghost behind us. Like
Yes,
we can't never promise there's gonna be utility on our anything, because I mean you have to deliver what you're actually
promise.
doing. And
Yeah,
now with the cute creator, there's gonna be another utility aspects on your project as well. It's gonna be so cool.
yeah.
And
I'm really looking forward to it because I play with it the whole time because I'm testing it.
yeah, I can imagine.
I think people will really enjoy it,
Yeah,
especially if they have a lot of accessories. So if they like buy 10 or 15 and they get that 20, 30 accessories with them and start combining, I think they will
yeah,
have a
yeah,
lot of
this
fun.
creative aspect, like you're
Yes.
like you can play creatively with that. That's what I was trying also to achieve a little bit with the energy cards, even if
Yeah.
another total different way. But and that's always what I wanted to do, like in a project, like to
Yeah.
let people create either their own NFTs or like modify them. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I unfortunately have to run really quickly because
Yeah,
I have
we
the
chat a
retro
lot.
NFTs next. So I have to chat with the retro NFTs next as part of the whole thing. So before you leave, tell me one thing that you are very grateful for since you started in NFTs, in CNFTs, I should say.
uh, I'm I mean I'm grateful for the all the creators collectors that I met. Like I'm grateful to have these to create these connections with
Yes.
people. uh,
Yes.
for real, like there are some of them that are
It's the
following.
people that make the fun, right?
Yes, I mean, if you were like all alone and the collectors were all robots with no soul, not or creators as well, like I mean, the fact that we can chat like this and that we can exchange ideas, yeah, and then
And we feel like we've known each other forever, even though we've only chatted online.
yeah, because we've been through the same exact things, an amazing new world, and that's just the beginning. The awareness
Yeah.
that's just the beginning.
Yes.
This is the
Yeah.
blessing anyway. So yeah, it's a bit
So
busy, but
I really want to thank you for your time because I know well I know you're in lockdown, but I also really appreciate that you took the time to come and talk to me, and I'm really excited for people to pull your accessory for the cute creatures because I think it's super fun and it's really colorful and bright and so you. I think your fans will really be appreciative, and if they find it, they will be very happy for it.
I hope so.
I hope so too, yeah. So thank you again for your time. I'm going
Thank
to
you,
stop the
Chadi.
recording now, but we will stay on the screen.
Okay.
And this will come on very soon. I think the way it will happen is I will air a few things, we will drop, and then I'll start airing the artists like you guys. So thank you again. I'm going to stop the recording now, one moment.